break was just awesome, and at some point I am going to have to hear about Dubai. Okay, I just sound so cosmopolitan when I say that. I need to hear about Dubai. If I kind of jut the jaw out slightly and kind of give that Thurston Howell III kind of a thing. Yes, Dubai. All right, lovey. Yeah, it's to kind of get that, you're going to have to Google Gilligan's Island a little bit, and good luck with that. What I've got going here is that I have got 10, count them 10, of the private pilot, the quizzes, private pilot airplane quiz 1 through 10, spring 2018. That is all now on the test prep for the private pilot piece. So there's 10 of those. What I want you to do is this. First of all, Big Blue. Let's go to Big Blue and we're going to review. We go through that, we read the preface of every single chapter. We go back through all of the questions that we have done. We look at those highlighted, we read the questions, we read the highlighted answers. We read the questions, we read the highlighted answers. And we go through and we do a big, thorough mop-up. Now, the first quiz that you take is always the eye-opener, because that's one when you go, holy buckets, there's just like a lot of stuff. The big part is to kind of remember is the way that the FAA tends to weight the various sections more so than others. The way that they weight these is that there are, well, to give you an idea, of the 60 questions that will be produced, and in some cases there could be 62, there could be 65, because they're going to mix in some bonus questions. For these are all 60 question quizzes. As you look at this, understand that 12 of the 60 are going to come from regulations, because regulations permeates everything. Everything that we do, every subset, every subchapter basically has some form of a regulation in it. So with that, the regulations, there's 12 of them are in the 60. So if you kind of get the percentages of what that's going to be like, that's normally the way that they weight those. And so I weighted each of these quizzes the same way that the FAA weights these things, just to kind of give you a feel for how this is going to look. So go to Big Blue. Go all the way through Big Blue before you take one of these practice tests. Go all the way through Big Blue. Then your job for the next, let's call it for the next 5 days, is going to be practice test, practice test, practice test, practice test. We also need to figure out when you're going to take the private, because you want to peak right there just before you go to the FAA and knock that quiz out. So we need to look at the dates of that as well. Okay, so there's that. Then the next part that's going to help get you ready to go is going to be the review of the instrument sections. So when you look at your text from last year, you're basically looking at chapter 20 through chapter 29. There's 10 of those chapters to bring you up to speed for that, to then get you ready for the instrument test. Then at the end of the month, we start knocking out the actual commercial side. And again, the commercial side, it's not, there's just not that much material, and it's why we combine the commercial and the multi-engine stuff together in the class, which again gives a big review of the private and the instrument, because so much of the commercial is the private and the instrument. So that's kind of where that is. And then the aerodynamics of the multi-engine stuff is it's a week worth of classes. So in essence, 3 classes to kind of get you through the multi-engine stuff. And then some of the additional performance questions that you're going to have on the commercial to get you ready to go for that as well, so that when the time is right to be able to make that go. So for this, start working on on these quizzes, and we're going to get these quizzes knocked out to get you ready to go to knock that test out. Okay, then we start looking at the videos that I've already done over here for the instrument stuff, so you can go back and watch those to get that part review. Then we do the exact same thing for the instrument, okay, to get you ready to go for that. questions, anytime that you have questions, clearly, text me, email me, call me, whatever, and just let me know, okay? And with that, I am going to let you study, study, study. Big Blue, knock it out. You can also use Prepware for those as well. I did use the most recent Prepware editions, the questions for this as well. So you should be good to go, okay? So let me know if you have any questions, and otherwise, time to study. I will talk to you later. See ya.